Central Square Monument. On a vote of 5-0, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee accepted this item as informational. And also on a 4-0 vote, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee suspended the rules to address the item relating to the donation from Greenwald Realty. And on a vote of 5-0, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee recommends that the City Council accept a donation of $200 from Greenwald Realty to clean the monument in Central Square. Signed, Mr. H. Greenwald.
Let the record show that the mayor poured. Councilor Greenwald for a motion.
Thank you, Your Honor. What all that was about was that since I am in my company's involved, although it's not a conflict.
No, you do not have a conflict. We have reviewed that and no, you do not have a conflict.
More appropriate if my vice chair can make the motion.
All right. Councilor Roberts for a motion.
Move that we accept this as information.
Second.
Actually, what we need to do is only the third motion needs to be made. The first two we do not need to do anything with. We do need to make a motion to accept the donation.
The move to accept the donation of $200 from Greenwald Realty.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilor Roberts.
Basically, what happened was that there was some paint or some other type of graffiti or damage to the Civil War statue. The monument, Keene Monument Company offered generously to do as much of the work as possible for only $200, and which is really quite low. So they should be congratulated for doing such a great service to the city. And Greenwald Realty stood up and said, hey, we're willing to cover the $200 cost, and that Greenwald Realty should be also graduated for another fine public service, and it's wholeheartedly recommended that be approved.
Thank you. Is there any further questions or comments? Councilor Colio.
Thank you. A couple of things. One, I want to commend Councilor Greenwald and this company for stepping up to the plate and donating the money so the taxpayers don't have to pay it. Secondly, whereas we know who the perpetrator of this ordinance violation is, I would hope that the city will do all things necessary to seek reimbursement from this individual. It was an ordinance violation. At the time, the city didn't realize it was permanent damage, so virtually he was let to walk. We do now know that there was permanent damage, and obviously we're bringing in the monument company to do the cleaning. And I would hope, since we know who, like I said, did the ordinance violation, we would do all things necessary to recoup that money. Secondly, I want to be pointed out that this was chalk that was on the monument, and for all those that have said all this amount of times that chalk always washes off, it doesn't. Thank you.
Are there any further questions or comments? Seeing none, are you ready for a vote? All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. Number 11.
Finance Organization and Personnel Committee report regarding a memorandum from the project manager for parking and the city engineer relating to an RFP for engineering services for the Wells Street parking garage repairs. And on a vote of 5-0, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee recommend that the city manager be authorized to do all things necessary to negotiate and execute professional services contract with Desmond Associates for the engineering, design, bidding and construction administrative services for the Wells Street parking garage repairs project for an amount not to exceed $33,380. Signed, Mr. H. Greenwald.
Councilor Greenwald.
Thank you, Your Honor. Move to carry out the consent agenda.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Councilor Greenwald.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gary Lamoureux, now I see the title, Project Manager Parking, and Jim Donaldson, our city engineer, came to us with some information about the Wells Street parking garage. Anyone that was in that facility during the 4 on the 4th, the road race and the walk, or whichever you do, is aware how that garage leaks. It really has some pretty serious repair issues. Desmond Associates was selected through an RFP process and a scoring that reviewed 5 engineering firms for understanding project approach, for the schedule, quality of proposal, and assigned personnel. And they were selected to do this for an amount not to exceed $33,380. Unfortunately, that's the engineering, design, bidding, and construction administration. So the repairs themselves will be another issue, and unfortunately, I'm sure it's going to be a heck of a lot more money than $33,000. But at least this gets the project started, and Finance Organization and Personnel Committee recommends that City Manager go forth and execute a contract with Desmond Associates.
Thank you. Are there any further questions or comments? Seeing none, are you ready for a vote? All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. Number 12.
Finance Organization and Personnel Committee report regarding a memorandum from the city engineer relating to the 2014 Washington Street Phase 2 infrastructure project and construction phase engineering contract with Underwood Engineers, Inc. On a vote of 5-0, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee recommend that the city manager be authorized to do all things necessary to execute a construction phase engineering services contract for an amount not to exceed $167,400 with Underwood Engineers, Inc. and for the 2014 Washington Street Phase 2 infrastructure project 04-13-39. Signed, Mitchell H. Greenwald.
Councilor Greenwald.
Move to carry out the intent of the committee report.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Councilor Greenwald.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Washington Street Phase 2 project is nearing starting. It's certainly not. It's been a long time in the coming. This takes it from about the rec center up to Concord Road. This organization, the Underwood Engineers, was selected through an RFP process. They will be dealing with the bidding assistance and construction administration. It's also required that they have a resident engineer during the construction project. This includes the final inspection and the preparation of record drawings. And for those that are wondering what this costs, the Washington Street Phase 2 project, $3,289,000. This has all been appropriated through the capital improvements program. It's spread across the general fund, sewer fund, water fund. It's already appropriated monies. This will get the project going. I think it's a very, very important thing for two and for.
And for those who have been hearing for months upon months that the project was soon going to start, the latest word is that we expect to have vehicles out there working on that road by the middle of August. Are there any further questions or comments? If not, are you ready for a vote? All those in favor? Opposed? It's unanimous. Number 13.
To a Finance Organization and Personnel Committee report regarding a memorandum from the city engineer for the Main Street Route 12 bridge over the Beaver Brook project engineering study for preliminary design, final design, and bid assistance phase engineering contract with the Lewis Bergeron Group. And on a vote of 5-0, the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee recommend that the city manager be authorized to do all things necessary to execute an engineering study, preliminary design, final design, and bid assistance phase engineering services contract for an amount not to exceed $124,617 with the Lewis Berger Group for the Main Street Route 12 bridge over the Beaver Brook project. Signed, Mitchell H. Greenwald.
Once again, Councilor Greenwald.
Move to carry out the intent of the committee report.
Seconded.
Thank you.
Councilor Greenwald.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Finance Organization and Personnel Committee, not calling it the hardest working committee, just the most issues on the city council for all of these items that have gone on. This is what you've heard this evening is compilation of actually 2 cycles of meetings that we did in the city council meeting. This item that we're discussing now, this